The Union Executive. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President and the other ministers who are also appointed by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the leader of the party which commands majority in the Lok Sabha. In appointment of Prime Minister, the President has little choice. Positions, powers and functions of the Prime Minister to act as a link between Cabinet and the President. And on the advice of the Prime Minister, the President summons, prorogues and dissolves the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister can be asked by the President to reconsider the decision made by any minister. Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Formation and leading the Cabinet. Removal of ministers from the Cabinet is also the discretion of the Prime Minister. Ex officio Chairman of Council of Ministers. Direction and coordination of government policies. Prime Minister is the link between the Cabinet and the President. The Prime Minister functions in various ways inside the Parliament. The Prime Minister is the principal spokesperson of the government in the Lok Sabha. On the advice of the Prime Minister, the President summons the Lok Sabha and the ministers are supervised by the Prime Ministers. To end any type of unpleasant situation in the Parliament is the job of the Prime Minister. Discretion between Cabinet and Council of Ministers. The Cabinet means Prime Minister and the other ministers of Cabinet rank. Cabinet is a small group consisting of about 25 senior ministers. The powers and functions of the Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers is busy in formulation of government policy, administrative functions, coordination in function of various ministries, financial functions, legislative functions, diplomatic links with other nations, and to proclaim emergency if required. Features of the cabinet system. President is the constitutional head of the state, and the government functions under the leadership of Prime Minister. Harmonious cooperation between executive and legislative branches. There is collective responsibility of the cabinet or the Council of Ministers to the Lok Sabha. The ministerial responsibility can also be classified into two groups. One is collective responsibility of all the ministers to the Prime Minister or the President, and individual responsibility of a minister or the Prime Minister to the President. The collective responsibility and the individual responsibility both are measured in their power when the parliament is in session in real terms, and the parliament is the final check and balance system of the government which is in power. The methods by which Parliament ensures ministerial responsibility. Ministers' questions should be properly answered. I mean that the ministers who are questioned should be able to answer the questions properly, and moving an adjournment motion for discussion of important matters, moving cut motions when financial matters are under consideration, moving censure motion against a group of ministers, or moving a no confidence motion. These are the methods by which Parliament ensures ministerial responsibility.